Thursday Night Football welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the visitors' sideline, Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, weren't as fortunate in the opener, so they'll look for their first win here at home in week 2. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week, there was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's
now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bills' 30.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's good for a Lions first down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Lions.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
10 yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and 11.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Bates' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone. And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Here's Allen to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Jameer Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Goff now looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Greg Dortch back deep. Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Shows his strength at the 50. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
From the 50, it's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
17 yards. That's good.
In motion goes the tight end. 6-0 our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Bills ready to take over. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
Allen now looks to throw. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bills 1st down.
The Bills had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now Allen. That's to the sideline and incomplete. 2nd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Looked like you might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash, because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A gain of 15. First down, Detroit.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. St. Brown motioning left. Here's Gall. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A gain of 13 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Point after, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Jack Campbell brings up third down.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Open man, it's Palmer. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
To throw, it's Allen. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DJ Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And that'll make it 13-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Gets around him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
a gain of 9.
There's Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Lions first down.
Back to throw. Goff. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First down. It's a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down.
Again, Goff. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's another Detroit Lions.
Now Goff. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Over the middle, he's got to Slaw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now 13. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 3rd down and 13.
It's a gain of a yard.
Now it's gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Hardman to return. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
At the 39-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And here comes Dortch on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
1st and 10 at the
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. A handoff now for Pacheco. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Now they'll run it with Gibbs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Goff now looks to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
Now run by Gibbs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Goff now to throw. And did he get the feet down?
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And the Bills getting set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bills first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
and now they'll throw with Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
12 yards. That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings
Now
up
Allen.
2nd and 7.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Allen. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
For the Bills field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. Still going inside the 20.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Khalil Shakir,
His second touchdown on the season.
and the Bills get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2.
They'll try and run forward with Johnson, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
From the gun, here's Gone.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gone.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Hardman on the return.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
To the air, Allen.
That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Lions' 27.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brian Branch on the tackle. It's Brings up 3rd and 6.
Cook up the gut. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
2nd and 9.
They'll run it with Williams. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here's Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Allen.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 31-yard
To
line.
throw is Allen. That's taken in by Knox. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
Now Allen. That's complete. It's Cook. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here's Allen.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Lions, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.